Hello friends, today we are going to discuss solution of different organic chemistry questions asked in GATE 2020 with detailed explanation. There are 19 questions from organic chemistry. We will discuss one by one. Question number 1. In this, we have to select the suitable reagent for the transformation of cyclopentanone to cyclopentanol. In the given reaction, carbonyl group of an alpha beta unsaturated ketone is getting reduced to alcohol, leaving alkene untouched. This is a very well-known reaction called Luche reduction. This reduction is accomplished by NaBH4 in the presence of cerium chloride in alcohol like methanol or ethanol. So, option C is the correct option. For more details, you can follow my video on Luche reduction. You can find this video in the name reaction folder of my playlist, or you can follow the link given in the description. Question number 2. In this, we need to find the structure of product obtained after the given reaction sequences. In this transformation, there are two steps. Step 1 is the Birch reduction, and step 2 is ozonolysis of the alkene. In the Birch reduction, the first electron goes ortho to the alkoxy group. Since there are two non-equivalent ortho positions, so electron transfer can occur like this to generate radical anion A, or it can transfer like this to generate radical anion B. Radical anion B is more stable than A because it is having negative charge on the secondary carbon, while in A it is on tertiary carbon. So reaction will proceed through B. Species B, after taking proton from the T-butanol, will produce this radical, which after taking another electron produces this anion. Now this anion takes proton from the T-butanol to produce this diene. Let's label the two alkenes in the diene as 1 and 2. Second step is ozonolysis with one equivalent of ozone. Since it will selectively occur at alkene 1 because it is more electron rich. To make the ozonolysis product, erase this more electron rich double bond to get this structure, and then put carbonyl groups on the carbon which were connected by double bond in the diene. So option number C is the correct option. In question number 3, we have to find the structure of product obtained after rearrangement. This is an example of dienone phenol rearrangement. Dienone carbonyl oxygen gets protonated to produce this protonated species. It can undergo resonance to produce this dienol cation, having cation at secondary carbon. It undergoes 1,2-methyl shift to produce more stable tertiary cation. Now aromatization by the removal of proton gives this phenolic product, which is option number A. Question number 4. This is the example of Barbier reaction. Allyl bromide reacts with zinc metal to produce organozinc compound, which attacks on the benzaldehyde to produce this intermediate. This intermediate, after cyclization, produces this product, which is option number C. Question number 5. In this, we have to find the absolute configuration of chiral centers 4A and 8A. Let's first take 4A. Label the 4 groups as 1, 2, 3 and 4 based on their priorities. Now convert this center into Fisher projection. To do so, make a cross and view this center like this. 4 is left, 3 is right, 1 is below and 2 is above. Draw an arrow from 1 to 2 to 3. Since 4 is on horizontal line and the direction of arrow is clockwise, so the configuration is S. Similarly, for 8A, label the groups attached to the chiral center as 1, 2, 3 and 4 based on their priorities. Make a cross. View the chiral center like this. 1 is left, 4 is right, 2 is below and 3 is above. Draw an arrow from 1 to 2 to 3. Since 4 is on horizontal line and direction of arrow is anti-clockwise, so the absolute configuration will be R. Thus, option D is the right option. Question number 6. In this, we have to find the structure of P and Q. Orthonitrotoluene reacts with ethoxide ion to produce this carbon ion, which reacts with diethyl oxalate to produce this condensed product, which is structure P. In the presence of zinc in acetic acid, nitro group of P gets reduced to amine to generate this non-isolable species that immediately undergoes cyclization to produce 2-carbethoxyindole, which is structure Q. So option C is the right option. Question number 7. In this, we have to find the structure of major product when alpha D glucose is treated with excess of acetone under acidic condition. This is the pyranose form of alpha D glucose. Carbon atoms have been labeled for better understanding. In this form, it can form only one acetonide protection between the OH at C4 and C6 to give this bicyclic structure. This bicyclic structure is unstable due to 1,3 diaxial interaction. Because of this, protection doesn't occur. Under acidic condition, the 6-membered ring of pyranose form opens up to generate this open chain form, which undergoes hemiacetal formation between aldehyde and OH at C4 to generate furanose form. This undergoes acetonide protection at 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 to produce this structure. So option B is the correct option. In question number 16, we have to find the number of signals in proton decoupled 13C NMR of the product. This is the dimethylation reaction at alpha position of a ketone. This is the site where dimethylation will occur. So the structure of the product will be like this. This molecule has the plane of symmetry. So the number of carbon atoms with different electronic environment will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So the number of signals in proton decoupled 13C NMR of this compound will be 8. In question number 17, we have to find the total number of aromatic compounds. For a molecule to be aromatic, it should be cyclic and planar with delocalized 4n plus 2 pi electrons around the ring, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2 and 3, etc. That means the number of pi electrons should be 2, 6, 10, 14, etc. For a molecule to be anti-aromatic, it should be cyclic and planar with 4n pi electrons, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. That means the number of pi electrons should be 4, 8, 12, 16, etc. Non-aromatic compounds miss one or more of these criteria. Now we will examine these given structures one by one. This is having no delocalization of pi electrons, so non-aromatic. This is cyclic and planar with delocalized 4n plus 2 pi electrons, so aromatic. This is cyclic and planar with 4 delocalized pi electrons, so anti-aromatic. This is cyclic and planar with delocalized 4 pi electrons, so anti-aromatic. This is cyclic and planar with 2 delocalized pi electrons, so aromatic. This is cyclic and planar with delocalized 14 pi electrons, so aromatic. This is cyclic and planar with 6 delocalized pi electrons, so aromatic. This is cyclic and planar with 8 pi electrons, so anti-aromatic. So we can see that the total number of aromatic compounds are 4. In question number 26, we have to find the structure product from the given reaction sequences. Base abstracts proton alpha to the carbonyl to produce enolate, which attacks on methylvinyl ketone to produce diketo compound. Base abstracts proton from the alpha position of the keto group to generate another enolate, which after intramolecular aldol generates this hydroxyketone. Elimination of water molecule generates alpha beta unsaturated ketone. Protonation of ketonic oxygen with HCl gives this protonated ketone, which undergoes enolization accompanied by cyclopropyl ring opening to give dienol with tertiary cation. Attack of chloride ion on carbocation and tautomerization of enol to keto generates a structure that has been shown in option number C. In question number 27, we have to find the structure of P and Q. Cyclopentadiene undergoes 1,2 addition with 9 BBN. There are two possible 1,2 products, product A and B. This is the transition state for A and this is for B. The transition state for A is more stable than B due to allylic nature of the cation. So, A is the major 1,2 product. Reaction of A with H2O2 in the presence of NaOH gives corresponding alcohol, which is structure P. Methylation of alcohol gives corresponding mesylate derivative, which after hydrolysis gives corresponding carboxylate. This carboxylate undergoes intramolecular SN2 reaction to produce this unsaturated lactone, which after reduction gives corresponding saturated lactone, which is structure Q. So option number B is the correct option. In question number 28, we have to find the structure of major product Q and R. In this type of reaction, there is a leaving group, which is bromine in this case, and a migrating group. The leaving group and the migrating group should be trans to each other. These are the two hydrogens that are trans to bromine, but the hydrogen attached to the alcoholic carbon migrates because OH provides electronic push. Thus, the elimination occurs like this to produce 4-methyl-cyclohexanone. In the second example, this CC bond is trans to the CBr bond. So, this CC bond will migrate. Thus, elimination of bromide and migration of CC bond like this will give cis aldehyde. So, option C is the correct option. Question number 29. This is related to the structure elucidation. We have to find the correct structure of the compound based on proton NMR, IR and mass data. In proton NMR, 5 protons in the aromatic region suggest a monosubstituted benzene ring. A triplet at 4.3 ppm for 2H, a sextet at 1.8 ppm for 2H, and a triplet at 1 ppm for 3H suggest N-propyl ester group. Combination of these two fragments will give N-propyl benzoate. It can undergo McLafferty rearrangement like this to generate benzoic acid radical cation that will show peak in mass spectrum at M/Z 122. A strong band in IR at 720 centimeter inverse is because of CU stretching. So option B is the correct option. Question number 30. In this, we have to find the structure of major product obtained from the given reaction sequences. This alpha beta unsaturated ketone undergoes addition reaction at carbonyl group with vinyl lithium to produce this alcohol. In the second step, alcohol reacts with potassium hydride to produce corresponding salt, which undergoes anion assisted 3,3 sigmatropic shift to generate potassium salt of 10-membered ring product. After acidic workup, it gives corresponding enol, which undergoes ketoenol tautomerism to form more stable keto isomer. So option number one, so option A is the correct option. Question number 31. In this, we have to find the correct statement. In the absence of silver ion, hydroxide ion acts as a strong nucleophile and attacks on the chiral carbon via SN2 mechanism that leads to the formation of hydroxycarboxylate with the inverted configuration, which after acidic workup gives corresponding hydroxycarboxylic acid. In the presence of silver ion, removal of bromide ion becomes more easy, and the removal is further assisted by intramolecular SN2 reaction with carboxylate group to produce this three-membered lactone with inverted configuration at the chiral center. Now, the hydroxide ion attacks on the chiral center via SN2 mechanism to afford product that has same configuration as the starting bromo compound. This, after acidic workup, gives corresponding hydroxycarboxylic acid. So option D is the correct option. In question number 32, we have to rank order the rate of solvolysis of P, Q, R, S and T. This question is related to the topic neighboring group participation. Higher the neighboring group participation, higher will be the rate of solvolysis. Cyclopropyl group has higher tendency than pi bond, which in turn has higher tendency than sigma bond. Based on this information, we can say that R and T with cyclopropyl group have higher rate than Q with pi bond, which in turn has higher rate than P and S that have sigma bond. In T, the cyclopropyl is nearer to the reaction center than R, so we can write T has higher rate than R, then Q, and then P and S. In S, this sigma bond is exactly anti-peripheral to the CX bond, but in P, this sigma bond is not exactly anti-peripheral to the CX bond. So the solvolysis in S will be higher than P. So the complete order for the rate of solvolysis will be like this. So option A is the correct option. Question number 33. In this, we have to find the structure of major product Q and R. 4-iodotoluene under condition 1, which is Sonogashira coupling condition, produces silyl protected aryl alkyne. In the presence of tetrabutyl ammonium fluoride, silyl group gets deprotected to produce corresponding alkyne. This alkyne, after reaction with catechol borane, produces styryl catechol boronate ester, which after hydrolysis produces corresponding boronic acid, which is structure P. There are two conditions in which this boronic acid is further treated. In one condition, it is first treated with sodium hydroxide and then with iodine. In other condition, it is first treated with bromine and then with sodium methoxide. Reaction of P with sodium hydroxide gives this trihydroxyborate ion, which reacts with iodine like this to produce more stable E isomer of the iodo compound. Bromine undergoes anti-addition to P to produce this dibromo compound. Addition of sodium methoxide ion gives methoxy dihydroxyborate. For the elimination to occur, this bromine and the borate should be in anti-periplanar. If we rotate this bond anti-clockwise through 60 degrees, it will give this conformation in which bromine and the borate are anti to each other. Now, elimination will occur like this to produce this less stable Z isomer of bromo compound, which is structure R. So, option B is the correct option. In question number 44, we need to find the number of diastereomers. For this, we should first know the definition of diastereomers and enantiomers. Diastereomers, these are the stereoisomers that are not mirror images of each other. They have same configuration at least at one chiral center and opposite configuration at the remaining chiral centers. If we talk about enantiomers, these are the stereoisomers that are mirror images of each other. They have opposite configuration at each and every chiral center. If we take this pair, in this, sulfur is also behaving as a chiral center. These are not mirror images of each other, so these are diastereomers. In this pair too, these are not mirror images of each other, so diastereomers. In this pair, the two compounds are mirror images of each other, so these are enantiomers. In this pair, imagination is a bit difficult, so we would find the relation between these compounds by determining absolute configuration. In the left molecule, the absolute configurations are R and S, while in the right side molecule, it is R and R. So these are diastereomers. These are mirror images of each other, and so enantiomers. These are not mirror images of each other, and so diastereomers. So the total set of diastereomers is 4. In question number 45, we need to find the number of molecules showing CO stretching frequency at less than 1700 centimeter inverse. In the given set of molecules, 3-methyl acetophenone, because of conjugation between carbonyl and phenyl ring, methyl salicylate due to conjugation between carbonyl and very electron rich orthohydroxyphenyl group, and 3-methyl cyclohexenone due to conjugation between carbonyl and alkene will show CO stretching band at below 1700 centimeter inverse. So the number of molecules will be 3.